College Football Update with your host, Sean Spencer and Alex Loosemore.
Yeah. Now let's stay there for just a second. Can it be done? Bama put up 49 against Kentucky. We saw what Georgia did to Kentucky. So we know one thing about Kentucky, their defense struggles. We know about the offense of Bama. Jalen Milroe has gotten better, and I'm not looking at him to torch the defense for 350 yards. I'm not looking at him to drop it in the barrel and throw some touch passes. But if he runs that rock and you start getting performances like he's been given these last couple weeks, I mean, we know that if there's any weakness for Georgia, it is potentially the run defense. Missouri was able to run on them. Kentucky got about 80 some odd yards on them, whatever. But you start seeing some of these other teams, they were able to run.
Judkins ran very well on them.
Exactly. 2 rushing touchdowns in the first half. So it makes you think, I mean, if they could keep the ball on the ground, keep Georgia's offense off the field, we know what that defense is. You get a couple turnovers and all of a sudden we're talking about Bama being back on top. So
it's possible.
Yeah.
And Milroe's a good quarterback for beating Georgia. Like, if you're going to do it, you don't need the guy to throw 400 yards and 5 touchdowns and 90% completion. You need a guy that's going to control the ball, control the clock, heavy dose of the run. That's how you're going to beat Georgia this year. So, and it's that outside run game, which a quarterback, you're not running them between the tackles. So, it would be a heavy dose of Milroe, of Jace McClellan, of those kind of guys on the outside. Yeah. And that Bama defense is very good. It's not getting talked about enough. It is a very good Alabama defense. I think it's going to be a really good game. I'm still leaning Georgia, but it's going to be a good game.
Yeah. Until we see otherwise, it's still Georgia's to lose. But I'm really looking forward to seeing Bama at that point in the season. We've been very vocal about the fact that this is Saban's best year coaching, with the lack of big name, notable talent that he's had
across
in years past. Yeah. I mean, I look at Jalen Milroe, and then I'm trying to go outside of maybe Burton at wide receiver. I'm trying to think what's the running back?
Jace McClellan. Is it McClellan?
Yeah, McClellan. Jace McClellan. Outside of that, I mean, I'm looking at that, and those are the only names that I'm really seeing right now. Now, maybe I haven't dived into Alabama like I have in previous years, but in previous years I haven't had to.
Well, yeah. Well, and I mean, typically you've got 4 NFL freshman wide receivers.
Right.
And I mean, you look at it, the only other big name really offensively is J.C. Latham, the offensive tackle.
Yep.
And then defensively, you've got Dallas Turner, Kool-Aid McKinstry. And really, what other big names do you have on that side of the ball?
Right.
So, for as little big name talent as Saban has on that field, and for them to be this well, playing this well, I've been extremely harsh on Milroe. He's coming into form now. He's going to be one of the best quarterbacks in college football next year, but he's a solid quarterback this year at this stage in the season. This, in my opinion, this is Saban's best coaching performance.
Yeah. And to be honest, if Saban wants a shot at beating the Georgia Bulldogs in that SEC championship, he needs to take the blueprint of the majority of the game, the Missouri game.
Yeah.
Run the rock, and be able to connect on those passes, be able to be efficient in the red zone, win the turnover battle, things of that nature. What Missouri was able to do.
Get more than 1 or 2 stops in a game.
It's funny to say, but it's the truth, because teams can't seem to do that. They can't seem to stop them, man. Oh, my goodness.